Guys, welcome back to the Double Bogey Show, episode 98. Today we recapped an absolute electric four-man scramble and how many BIRs that we were able to hit on the course. We also talked about Tyler and his dad's atrocious two-man scramble that they played in this last weekend. It's also Tyler's wedding weekend. So good episode, action-packed, filled with all the information you guys need about the golf course, about golf in general. We hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get into it.
They piped that the wrong way.
I'll call the clubhouse. We'll book in another 18 for tomorrow.
Okay, they cheated on that. They fluffed their balls.
Yeah, no better time for the breakfast ball than now. Breakfast ball. Up next to the tee box, we have Double Bogey Show, episode 98, featuring Lafferty Daniel and Gilmore Happy.
That first part sounded like such a hungover golf announcer.
Well, that's how all golf announcers talk.
No, you were not soothing at all.
Hey, give me a sec. Up next to the tee box.
I don't know if that's much better.
No, I think that got worse.
Yeah.
Could mistake me for NPR. Could mistake me for Nick Faldo's replacement. Nick Faldo's out. I think after the whole Masters debacle.
Could replace you with a dude at an outdoor gas station bathroom trying to sell you bootleg cigarettes.
That is true. That is true.
Also
Price of
that.
cigs these days is not cheap. I don't smoke cigs, but I can just about imagine.
Might start.
There are times on the course too where I'm like, God, I could just use a cig right now.
Not me.
Actually, you know what? Cigarette smokers need to start golfing more because I feel like all the smoke breaks, they're inside. They have to go outside.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know.
What other sport can you actively play with a cigarette in your mouth?
That's actually great. I mean,
Softball?
actual sport we're talking
You're not
like,
allowed to. You can't have a dart in when you're at bat.
Like beer league softball?
Yeah, no.
You don't think so?
No, you can't.
Oh, you know that for a fact.
The smokers, when I played slow pitch softball religiously, they'd have to go out of the dugout and smoke it out by like the behind the dugout.
Interesting. It is funny you say that because, well, I don't know what it has to do with what I'm about to say next, but so we had a four-man scramble last Friday, and on one of the greens, there was like a half a cig, and I asked if anybody wanted it. No one did, and I didn't take it because I'm not a smoker. But
You might have snagged it when we turned our heads.
yeah, no, because we already playing good. I didn't want to mess up the juju. But I think, throwing cigs on the green is kind of like spitting sunflower seeds on the green.
You don't fucking do that.
Like, I would say the one no in the world of golf is spitting sunflowers on the green.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's like a lot of no-nos, but like the ones that maybe there's some gray area for sure. Don't be spitting anything on the green.
Also,
Keep those things clean.
Well, and on top of spitting sunflowers on the green, I actually don't chew seeds on the just on the course in general.
Me either.
Oh, really?
Number one, it's a distraction for myself. Well, maybe I need to start doing that. Maybe just get some swing thoughts out of my head.
Yeah.
I wish you guys could see inside the brain of Ryan, the t-shirt guy, during a swing.
That's terrifying to me.
Yeah, a lot of you would be terrified, but sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not. And I'll just leave it at that. But I would say leaving, especially half smoked cigs. Now, if it was a full smoked cig on the green, I'd be like, okay, well, that guy fucks for sure. He's finishing cigs. He's also the type of person that's not leaving gristle on the bone at Hooters.
Oh, he's
when he's
sucking
finishing wings.
like the fatty parts off the knuckle bone.
100%. And like, I respect that.
I don't.
But also, put that cig butt in the grass, the long grass.
I think the only place you should leave cigarettes on the golf course is in the garbage. Don't put those on the course.
Don't put them in the water hazards either.
No, don't put them anywhere but the garbage can. It's just be nice to your course, guys. It's littering.
Is the sand trap just a glorified ashtray?
You can ash them. You can ash them wherever you want. But the sand trap is a great option.
Imagine hitting a flopper out of the sand filled with cigarette butts.
No, don't leave the butt there. Just ash it in there.
Yeah.
That is true. But like you walk into a grocery store, or like you walk into a bar or something, there's like that little tower.
Mm-hmm.
On the top, there's a little bit of sand in the ashtray, and then on the bottom is the garbage itself.
Who's the guy that has to clean that out? I think cigarette butts are fucking disgusting. I don't think smoking that is in itself, like seeing someone smoke, yeah, it's not for me, but I don't think that's as disgusting. But I think cigarette butts are gross as fuck.
Well, and here's why they're gross. Number one, they have spit on them.
Yes.
They have dried spit on them. Number two, they're a little bit crinkled.
Mhm.
So you can just about imagine like the mouth that thing has been in. And number three, it's kind of burned into the filter a little bit. So it's got like that brown tinge on it. No, not for me either. But
Everybody has like the weird things that gross them out. Like some people don't like lots of little holes. Like the trypophobia or whatever it is.
Yep.
Cigarette butts gross me the fuck out.
Like more than they normally would.
More than a normal person should be grossed out by them. Because in reality, they're just paper, nicotine, and spit.
Yeah.
And they gross me out. I don't know
And
why.
a filter.
And a filter, yes.
But I honestly think if you need to get rid of a cigarette butt before next shot, absolute flopper out of the sand, 20 yards out, green side flag.
Bury it.
I would say, yeah, bury that sucker in the sand. It's going to be easy to clean out because when they rake that, it's kind of like raking the beach, right? With all the shit on the beach, you rake it through the sand. It's easier to pick up versus having to two-finger it off of the green or having to two-finger it out of the rough. If you can't make it to a garbage can.
Yeah, only if you're super, super desperate.
And you shouldn't even be that desperate. Just
like you're 17 and you see your dad rolling up on a cart behind you and you got to get rid of that thing quick.
Actually, that's not even
a good reason.
There's actually no excuses for it because we all put T's in our hats. We put T's in our ears. Just put the sig butt in your ear.
Yeah, put it out on your ear and then put it in your pocket.
Put it out on the face of your wedge and stick that baby within 6 inches.
You know how like Tiger has the little sweet spot ding on all of his irons that like is worn in? We just got like
there's just an ash
spot.
Yeah, there's a burn spot.
Yeah.
Actually, I should start doing that so people get intimidated by how well I hit my wedges.
You're holding up your club face really close to them for some weird reason. Like, hey guys, great shot there. That was a really nice shot, man.
Guys, see how clean these grooves are? Holy smokes.
Hey, can I borrow your groove brush? Look how dirty my club is.
Not to even mention the absolute strike mark on the face of my wedge.
I should get these refurbished. There's just like a big dent right in the middle of my club face.
Yeah, God, I even thought about getting them copper plated, but at the same time, like, it just makes some good character of the wedge.
Yeah.
Anyway, the whole cigarette thing, I don't know why that was an observation of mine at the Scramble, but speaking of the Scramble,
oh God,
holy shit.
So
lay it out for us.
We talked about it a little bit last week. We prefaced, but Ryan, myself, Jade, and Lane.
Yep.
All played in a 4-man scramble for Big Irv's, a local bar near our office.
Yep.
And it was the dream team. The dream team is back. This is the same team that went into extra innings against my dad's team a summer ago, and we won in a 6-hole playoff.
Yep.
So we were finally reunited almost 1 year exactly later.
Yep.
And man, did we start things off with a fucking bang.
My first 4-man scramble of the year. And it could potentially be my last. Yeah, we talked about that last week.
Might be your only.
Might be my only, and for good reason. Shotgun start.
Shotgun start. We started on a par 5, the number 1 handicap on the entire 18-hole course.
Well, before that, here's where the tournament started off on a good note. I went and picked everyone up. Classic. I live the farthest away, so I got to pick everyone up on my way there. Went to the bar, had a Bloody Mary. Tyler did not.
Irish coffee.
So we started out with a little bump at the bar, a little breakfast at the bar, and then we shuttled over to the course. The course couldn't have been farther away.
They picked, there's only one other course, and after the drive, it might not have been further.
Yeah, it seemed like I could have gotten a full night's sleep on that bus from the bar to the course.
It felt like high school sports, loading up the bus, going to a rival team's gym.
Because everyone you're playing against is on the bus.
4 towns away.
Everyone you're playing against is on the bus. And some guys on the bus, they're just there to have fun. I'm not. I'm there to fucking win that thing.
There were also some pretty serious guys.
There was
some dudes that were just fucking zoned in, eyes forward on that bus, not making small talk with anyone. Like, bro, this is a charity scramble tournament.
Yeah, like headphones on, watching Tiger Woods highlight tapes or something.
It's like, buddy, you have nothing to worry about because my team's gonna eagle hole number 1, and we're just like, you're gonna be fucked ever since.
Oh, and did we? Number 1 handicap, par 5.
Par 5, 290, 300 to the crick. That splits the fairway in half.
we know the Scramble team. It's nice playing with the same team again. You know everybody's strengths. So we had
If the strength is on, that is, and they did happen to be on.
They were on. So I laid one up 30 yards in front of the creek.
Yep.
Ryan went for it, crushed it, but we weren't 100% sure.
Hybrid.
Yeah, we weren't sure if it had gotten over the creek. Jade swings his ass off.
No, we didn't get over the creek. We were all short of the creek.
I thought Jade got over.
Nope. Jade went to the left of it because it wraps around the fairway.
Okay, you're right.
So I went hybrid. Jade went driver and classic me with the hybrid. I was only about 20 yards behind him.
Yep.
So we ended up taking Jade's drive, which is probably 305. Little wind at our back in a light rough.
Yes.
About 190 out. There's another creek in front of us.
First three guys, second shot, all water.
Oh.
Last guy.
Only Ryan left.
Last guy. You can about imagine who that guy was. It was me. First iron shot of the day. Did hit the range beforehand though, and I felt good on the range.
Yeah, see?
I was swinging
loosey-goosey?
I was swinging really loosey-goosey. Like, I wasn't powering through the ball. I was, but I was like nice fluid with my swing. 190 out, 7 iron, 4 feet.
4 feet from the pin, baby.
Missed the eagle putt. You clean the job up. -2 after hole 1. I mean, how much more?
We were pumped. We were hooting and hollering on hole 1.
And then, so starting 2 under is a great way to start the scramble. After that, I would say within the next 4 to 5 holes, we were maybe only 1 or maybe 2 under.
We were 1. We were even. We didn't get it. We were 2 under until 4 holes. So we parred 3 holes in a row, and then we birdied 1.
And the beautiful thing was we were a late entry into the tournament, and that caused us to be by ourselves. So typically there was an A group and a B group, and for some reason the A and B groups decided to play together, which I didn't really understand because we had an A and a B playing together in front of us, 8 people.
Yeah, because typically you'd go to the same hole with A and B, then A would tee up first, finish the hole, then B would go right behind them to stagger it out and keep the things flowing. But the A and B group in front of us decided to play as an 8-some.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they were moving a little slow. So we were catching up with them, which is fine. We didn't give a shit. Charity tournament, beers were flowing easy.
Yeah. And then I would say like the Bev cart stops for these 8-sums was almost like going to happy hour for 2 hours afterward.
Oh, yeah. The Bev cart girls, just a moment. Absolutely on their A game. We didn't go more than 3 holes without a visit.
No, 100%. I mean, I would even say 2 holes.
Yeah.
And then, we got a guy on our team, Jade. You guys have probably seen Jade on Pete Davidson, people like to call him.
The blonde hair from the game videos that we do, the tutorial videos.
Yep. He's a schmoozer. He likes talking to girls, and I mean, he's pretty good at it. I mean, Tyler and I are married. We got kids.
Yep.
So we kind of just like go along with it. We piggyback off of that and whatnot. So the Bev cart visits were great. We're 2 under, probably through 5. Par 3s kicked our ass.
We parred every single par 3. We didn't birdie a single one.
Really?
I will tell you one thing though. On the 3rd hole, which would have been hole number 9 for us, I thought right away it was the longest drive hole.
Oh yeah.
So
I broke longest drive in our heads. We saw the stake with my hybrid.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, Ryan's gonna fucking blow this thing out of the water.
And the driver could not have felt better that day. I smashed one down the middle, probably 280, nothing crazy, but into the wind a little bit. And I get up to the long drive marker to move it to my ball.
Pulled it out of the ground.
Pulled it out of the ground.
So excited.
And I was probably like a foot in from the first cut, so right on the edge of the fairway. And as we're driving to my ball, I start reading this thing to see maybe who got it before me. And it's all women's names. I'm like, what the fuck? What, like, there's some mammal drives from these women on the course. And then I realized it was the women's long drive. And then I had to return the stake and did not get long drive.
No.
So that was kind of a bummer. The next hole or 2 holes after that, closest to pin, we chunked that.
We weren't even fucking close.
No, we weren't even close to really any of the shot awards.
Yep.
Which is fine. I will tell you one highlight though. So there's this big stigma about like and this was all a joke for me, right? And I got a pretty good laugh out of it. When you're hitting a shot and the Bev cart girl's watching, it's a pretty quiet thing. Like you just hope that she saw it, right?
Yeah.
So we're on the tee box and the bev cart's sitting right next to us. And this is the girl that Jade's been kind of like talking with. He knows her actually from going out.
Yeah, he's like a member at this course.
Yeah.
So
I smash another drive and I look over at her and I say, "Hey, Molly, did you see that one?" Plain as day. It's like, hey, why not just ask them if they saw it instead of just.
Well, do you remember what she said? She's like, "No, I was playing Candy Crush on my phone."
Oh, Ryan.
So
Which
that
she
one
definitely wasn't. So she had to have seen it. She just shut you down.
Well, that one, and not that I was looking to get whatever.
I know, but it was just a great response by her.
It was funny. So guys, if you're wondering if they're watching, they are not. They're only waiting for you to come over to their cart so you can buy drinks and so you can tip them.
Yes.
They're doing their job. But it was almost like a scientific experiment to see if she actually was watching. And she wasn't, which is fine. So I don't know, to continue on, I believe we were 6 under through 9 holes.
We were. And we ahead of time, we're like, if we want to play decent and we want to have a respectable score, we got to finish 10 under. So we got to be 5 under after the front 9. So we were feeling pretty fucking good after 9 holes.
And we were taking shots. I mean, every bev car visit was a shot. And I got to a point where like I'm like, boys, I don't need any more shots. The game's gonna start to decline.
We also had to go home after.
Yes.
And we're like, Jesus.
Luckily, we had the shuttle.
Yes.
But at the same time, when bev car rolls up and everyone's like, yeah, we're all taking a shot, you can't say no.
No.
So we all hopped in there. We had a blast on our first 9 holes. I think
the goodie bags came with shooters. So
shooties.
Ooh.
Yep.
I think one thing that did hurt us a little bit in a 2 to 3 hole stretch was joining up with the foursome behind us.
Yeah. So the group of the 8-some in front of us was real slow. So the group behind us eventually caught up, and then we played with them for 3 holes.
Yep.
And we parred everyone.
We parred everyone. With no birdies mixed in. And the hole that we joined up with these guys on, there was 2 kids. They were probably 8 to 10 years old selling golf balls at one of the par 3s. One of the par 3s that is going to have a lot of golf balls in the weeds. And I have so much respect for these kids because they're out there hustling. They live like right across the course, like probably 3 holes across the course. And they're out there selling Pro V1s for $2.
And then everything else for 1.
And then randos for 1, correct. So naturally, at a scramble, you got cash in your pocket. I think I bought 5 balls from them, shot them a $5 bill. You did a little negotiating.
Yeah, so that group in front of us being so slow gave us the opportunity to do my favorite thing about golf, hunt for balls.
Of course.
Ooh, hunt for balls.
By the time we got to those kids, that was what, our 8th hole?
Yep.
In our cart, and you and Jade obviously helped a little bit and threw us some balls, but Lane and I in our cart had 28 balls.
Holy shit. That's how many you found?
Yeah.
Found some good ones too.
Yep. So I sold 14 of them back to these kids for 50 cents a pop, so they could still make some money. But
yeah, so they got some ball. So they were gonna make another $7 off those 14 balls.
I didn't want to sell all of them because I was gonna need them.
Well, it's also a time thing that you save them. You save them probably 8 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
By giving them 7 balls instead of making them work for it. So
they didn't really need them. They had so many balls.
No, and like the fact that the course lets them do that I love that.
That is sweet. Do you think the course knew?
Though I've seen those kids out there before.
Okay.
They have been out there for probably 2 years now, at least.
Sweet. I like the hustle, kids. Keep it up.
It's awesome. I think Jade tried to buy their football off of them for like 20. I said, buddy, this is your chance right here. Tell him $40 for the football, and you can go buy yourself 2. Didn't take it though. That football must have meant a lot to him. That's caught his first TD with that football.
Yeah, I don't know. We had a catch. It was nice. Me and the salesman, we played catch for a little bit.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. Waiting on the foursome, and then we decided to just chunk a par 3.
Should have seen him. I was like, hey, you want to play catch? He's like, yes, Dad. I mean, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
So we get back to the clubhouse, back to hole number 1, and
Glizzies.
the people. Yeah, we had a good lunch. We had some brats. They were awesome. And then we get back to hole 1, which is another par 5, and we actually got split back up with the group that we joined up with. Thankfully,
the way we got split up is right before the first tee box. There's a game you could play. You paid like $5, I think, or how much was it? I don't remember.
5 for 3 shots.
5 for 3 shots. Longest drive with a marshmallow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I saw you guys doing that. I was wondering what that was for.
Yeah. So it was a big ass s'mores marshmallow. And I cheated my fucking ass off, and
Really?
I couldn't even get close.
I probably got 10 feet from the longest drive.
Yeah, because the marshmallows are so light and fluffy, obviously. So I was shoving teas and pennies and all sorts of shit into my marshmallow, and I still didn't get anywhere. Just it would hit it, fucking decompress, it'd get all long and skinny, and then go like 10 yards.
We should have shoved a blank 22 shell in there.
Yeah,
that actually would have been a great idea.
Just disintegrated the marshmallow.
Would it have?
Maybe. Oh yeah,
depends.
Because they have golf balls with blank 22 shells in them.
I have seen that. Yeah.
I gotta get my hands on some of those. I think that'd be kind of cool. Does it make the ball go farther?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I think it's just you don't have to swing as much.
Okay. Yeah, I might have to get my hands on some of them.
Yeah.
So we go up to hole number 1, par 5 again. Hit our drives. We end up over by the driving range, probably 30 yards off the fairway. 195 out. Again, 6 iron this time. 3 feet.
Yep. We eagled 3 par 5s.
So I that was a solo eagle.
Yes, it was.
For myself. And I would like to say on record, that is my first eagle ever.
Mm-hmm.
And it just happened to be at the right time. But I'll tell you what, you guys. I went out and played golf the next day. Obviously just playing my own score. And it just wasn't the same.
No, we got to finish our scramble story before we talk about our next rounds.
Okay. No, I wasn't, but I'm just saying that these 4-man scrambles, the reason they are so elite is because you always have 3 other shots to count on.
It takes so much pressure off.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't regular golf be like that?
Because you only get 1 shot. So you're like, this one counts so much more. We're all fucking head cases.
You know what I think you should do, though? If you're playing 9-hole courses like we do pretty frequently, in order to get your money's worth, to get 18 holes out of that 9,
play 2 balls.
2 balls.
2 balls.
Just play 2 balls. Then you're literally going to shoot the same score you'd shoot on 18.
You know what I like to do when I'm doing that, playing 2 balls? I like to put each ball against each other in my head. Like I'll have a red ball versus a white ball, so that when I hit a bad shot, it's like red ball's playing like fucking shit today. Red ball's getting his ass kicked. Not me. I'm not losing. Red ball sucks today.
Yeah, mental thing.
Yeah,
I get it. I mean, after that to finish the scramble, I was pretty like we were birdie, par, birdie, par, par, birdie, birdie.
Yeah, we played pretty fucking good. What was
standard.
our final score, Ryan?
11 under.
11 under.
And for a group of guys like us. I don't think we should have went 11 under.
No.
It was the par 5s that saved us. Had we scored on a couple more par 3s, we would have been sitting at the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, we paid for mulligans and we used all those suckers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we paid for it. We had we had 8 mulligans.
Mm-hmm.
I believe I want to say only 2 of those mulligans got us from birdie to par, par to birdie.
Yeah.
So. But also, I mean, you know, we've still played good. I'm not going to take that away from us.
Yeah, and it was nice because, like, we don't have, like, you and Jade are clearly the better 2 golfers, but we don't have an elite sub 80 golfer on our team.
No. For
us to be 11 under, I'm super pumped about that.
Yeah, we didn't bogey a single hole.
Nope, not one. Felt great. Vibes were immaculate. I was shit canned by the 10th hole.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Jade was sitting around, like literally sitting down on the green at every other hole.
He was just hanging out. Yeah.
Ass was wet.
One cool thing I did like about this tournament was they had a hole-in-one challenge on, I can't even remember what hole it was. Par 3, probably 175. And if you got a hole-in-one, so you play your regular ball. If you got a hole-in-one, you won a 3-night stay in Las Vegas.
Two flights.
2 flights, 3-night stay in Las Vegas. You can buy another ball for $20. So I hit my first ball short left of the green. I bought a ball for $20, another one short left of the green. But for some reason, I had it in me. I'm like, I am going to get a hole-in-one on this hole. I'm thinking about who I'm going to Las Vegas with. I'm thinking what hotel I want to stay at. I'm thinking what shows I want to see. Maybe do it during March Madness if you get to choose that. I had all these plans in my head, and then plan A didn't go accordingly. So the plan B was to just rip another shot and try to get to 11 under.
What's another $20?
What's another $20? Because you always need cash at a scramble.
True.
There's going to be games. There's going to be mulligans. There's going to be bev carts, tons of them. So I think I probably had about $60 to $80 in my pocket. Probably came back with 15.
There you go.
But again.
Jade also, he back on his flirting BS. The lady selling the balls for this, he's like, I'm only going to do it if you agree to go to Vegas with me if I get this hole in one.
Of course he did.
And she did.
And she ate it up. So
What if he actually got a hole in one? There's no way.
not a
she's going.
chance in hell was she going with
No
him.
way.
No, God, no. So overall, I think we ended up fourth place.
Around fourth, because there was like a tie for first and second, and we weren't
Yeah.
far off of them.
So there's
And,
two T1s and two T2s, and we were the score right below that. Top four got cash prizes, probably a little bit extra, a little bit more than money back or money back. Our plan is if we won money, we're just going to donate it back to the charity.
Yep.
But I'll tell you what, the first 4-man scramble of the year, I don't think I can do another one
Why?
because it was too good.
Yeah, I think we got our scramble team now, though. We got to be scrambling together.
I don't know if we'll play that good every time though.
Well, so far, we're 2 for 2. Let's keep it rolling until the juju's gone.
But we should have waxed the floor with against your dad's team.
Yeah, well, we got better. We're getting better every time we play together.
That is true. That is very true.
Yep.
Because the first time we played together, we didn't have the order down. We weren't as shit canned.
Yeah.
We didn't have the camaraderie. We had a whole year of friendship throughout that.
Yeah.
Build some camaraderie.
How many guys at the top you think are cheating their scores of scrambles?
In a tournament like this, I would say more than like a super serious tournament that is for like the prestige of winning. So this is for a charity. This is to raise money for Aaron's Army. A kid needs a heart transplant. So it was to raise money for him and his family. So if you can go check out Aaron's Army if you want to go donate to this charity.
Yeah, definitely.
I think there's a little more cheating because it's more good times. We're here for a good cause situation and people are less like butthurt about it. So I think there's probably a little more.
It was funny because the people on our bus, like the drive there was so much different than the drive back because we were talking so much shit to everybody on the way back. I mean, everyone was boozed up and whatnot. And the shit talk was at an elite level when we were done with this scramble.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I would go up and ask somebody, hey, what'd you guys shoot? We were 13 under. God, yeah, we were 14 under.
Oh, tough.
It was, we didn't have a very good day on the course, but we ended up 14 under, eagled every par 5, birdied every par 3. Par 4s kicked, 14 under. It's just, we could have done so much better. Like, what? You guys are 14? No, we weren't. Under. I just wanted to talk some good shit to somebody.
The bus ride home was electric. Jade auctioned off his cooler.
What?
$20. Got $20
for some reason. He was sitting at the front of the bus, just started doing his best auctioneer impression, and he started auctioning off his cooler, and no one was taking it. So I bid at like $4, and then it got rolling, and it got up to $20, and this drunk dude paid $20 for Jade's cooler that I'm pretty sure he got for free.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what they need to have? They need to have like some sort of 4-man championship. They need to these 4-man scrambles. A lot of them are for charities and all that kind of stuff. But I think they need to be sanctioned in some way. They need to be sanctioned to where like top 4 teams in all these scrambles get together. Let's just say there's 9 scrambles in our area total this summer. They need to take top 4, 36 teams total, A and B at each tee box, and they need to have a 4-man championship, handicapped, bev carts, hot dogs, brats at the turn. How good of a time would that be?
That would be a ton of fun. You call it, it's just a scramble league.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Isn't that just what golf league is?
Kind of, but at the end of the year, it's an individual tournament.
Yeah, that's
is.
very true.
There's a middle of the year scramble tournament, which we missed.
Classic.
And then at the end of the year, you're playing by yourself.
Okay, interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah.
I thought it was 4 guys the whole time.
I mean, you have a 4-man team.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like the format every week changes just to keep league fun, and then it's an individual tournament at the end of the year.
Here's a good lesson for people who are getting into golf, someone who's only been in it for a little bit. Get a 4-man scramble team together. I know you can find 3 other buddies, whether that's coworkers, your brother-in-law, your cousins, your college buddies. Set a 4-man scramble team. Get into as many as you can this summer. Pro tip, save the PTO for Fridays when you have a 4-man scramble.
Yes.
Take the Friday off, hit the 4-man scramble. It's a great way to join the game of golf and feel good about yourself. You know why? Because you have 3 other shots to depend on.
Yep. And maybe even 5 if you bought a bunch of mulligans.
Very true.
Maybe even 5. And honestly, you're gonna feel pretty damn good. You don't even keep individual score.
No.
Because obviously you got 3 other players. You hit bad shots, no one gives a shit because you got 3 other ones coming up.
Yep.
That's why I would peg 4-man scrambles as one of the best things about golf that has ever happened.
Especially for us average guys. And you know who has the golden opportunity to make it for the good guys? The Live. They already have fucking teams. Why don't they have a scramble event?
That's
That would be
actually a
sweet.
good idea.
It's the teams are already
That would
there.
be
I think
sweet.
they're like 6 to 8 people on each team, but who cares? Just come up with your 4-man team and do a scramble event.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I want to add on to that though?
What?
This is my pro golf talk for the week.
Okay.
I'll make it short and sweet. I saw this article this morning. I don't know if you guys saw the playoff hole of Will Zalatoris and
I did not.
Sepp Straka.
I got the play-by-play from you.
Okay. So Will Zalatoris had to make a putt on 18 to go into a playoff. And he made this putt. I want to say it was a 12 to 15 footer. And I haven't seen someone that fired up after making a putt probably since Tiger Woods.
Hell yeah. Especially it's not to win.
Or John Rahm. When John Rahm made an electric putt, I can't remember what tournament it was, to tie DJ going to a playoff. I'm pretty sure that's how that worked out. I haven't seen the energy I saw out of Will Zalatoris since then. And this article was talking about how the Live will never live up to the hype that he felt on that putt on 18. You know why? Because the money to them doesn't matter
Because
anymore.
it's a year old.
Well, but the money doesn't matter. They're already getting paid. Will Zalatoris is trying to pay his mortgage. He's trying to pay for the shit that he's bought in the past. He's trying to live his lifestyle.
Will
He has
Zalatoris' mortgage is fine. He's been top 5 in like 6 events.
He has 3 second place finishes this year.
Yeah, you know how much fucking money that is?
It's a lot of money. But at the same time, if you ain't first, you're last. You know who said that? Ricky Bobby.
Well, Reese Bobby said it.
Reese Bobby.
But he was high on peyote. So.
That is true.
So I keep going back and forth between. I do like the Live. Don't get me wrong. I think the 4-man scramble in the Live tournament would be awesome, but the energy that I felt on that putt cannot be matched by the Live Tour.
Yeah, not yet. I think it will be.
Look at Pat Perez can shoot an 80 every single weekend and still come home with 900,000.
Yeah.
You can't. How do you get pumped up for that?
You get
I don't know.
$900,000.
The same way that people who are already on like big sports contracts.
But money
and stuff
doesn't
like
buy
that,
happiness.
Can.
It can buy nice things that'll make you happy in the short term, but once you have those things, then what's there to buy next?
There's an actual study that there is a certain amount of money that can buy happiness. And then once you get to that level, then you can't make you happier. But once you get to X amount of dollars per year, you're happier for sure.
But I feel like any normal person, like in a situation like that, they want more, they want more, they want more, they want more.
Yeah, but at least you're at peak happiness for monetarily. Will Zalatoris is making enough money.
No, yes, he is. He's worth $5 million from what I watched on a YouTube video. This might have been last year. And $5 million is a lot of money, but I don't think $5 million is as good as a win on the PGA Tour.
Do you think the excitement and the passion that came from making that putt is from the money? I think it's just from forcing the playoff and being a competitor.
It was. And the fact that he gave himself another chance to get first place in a tournament.
Yeah, and I don't think he gave a shit about the dollar amount. I think he was more pumped to finally get a chance to win one because he's never won one.
And that's exactly my point is like he's not in it for the money. The Live guys are in it for the fat bag. So you can't match that energy.
What about Cam Smith?
What about him?
Wins the European Open and then jumps ship.
He hasn't jumped ship yet.
He's gonna.
But he hasn't yet. He also got a 2-stroke penalty this last week. Dropped him down from 11 under to he was 2 strokes back from the lead to 9 under, and he shot even on the day. And then here's my theory: he pulled out of the BMW Championship this next week because of hip pain. But I do think that he is jumping ship to the Live. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Did you see the Scotty Scheffler walk all over Cam Smith's line?
I did.
Give him the side eye.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah.
That's actually
relax,
some bullshit.
Scotty. Until he officially commits, relax.
Because, I mean, think about how many. I mean, there's been reports of me going to the live, for fuck's sake.
I signed yesterday.
Yeah, 80.
No more rumors. It's happening.
87 on Sunday or on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah,
Probably win me like 250,000.
That's 7 off Pat Perez.
I know. And the course conditions had to be just as hard as what they're playing on.
Without a doubt.
I was playing tips too. I always play tips. Speaking of tips, I want to talk about that really quick when we come back from the break. We're going to take a quick break. And then I want to speak about tips for a quick second.
Oh, real quick. The charity, I looked it up officially. It's for Aaron Erickson. Aaron is a Moorhead high schooler who has a rare heart disease. He's looking for a heart donor. Just look up the hashtag Aaron's Army if you want to check out his charity.
Cool.
Sweet.
See you in a bit. I was a little bit worried going into that scramble last Friday that I wasn't going to be able to play. I was going to have to withdraw because I have this callus on the outside of, no, I shit you not. I have this callus on the outside of my left pointer finger from gripping the club so much. And last week I didn't have my clubs at the office. So I was swinging, I was raw dogging my hands on the grips.
Yep.
Hitting in the simulator.
When you're hitting them on, I have fresh grips, good, relatively new grips.
Yeah, I mean, I probably hit 700 balls last week before
Pretty
the scramble.
close. Yeah.
Probably helped me out. But the reason I was able to do that, Tyler, because we have the new simulator in the office.
Yes, we do.
Guys, Carl's place, they hooked it up. They have some of the top of the line enclosure systems, the turf mat that we hit off of.
Do you mean top of the line everything?
I was basically going to name off everything. But if you just encapsulate it in everything, you are correct.
Mm-hmm.
The simulator that we have in the office is going to be an elite addition to winter golf here in North Dakota.
Like, we're already using the shit out of it now. Can you imagine when there's 3 feet of snow, how much we're going to be on the simulator?
Yeah. I like to get away from work the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
This is not helping my cause to get away from work. So usually what I do is I close my office door, I lock it, and I say, it's sim time. We're going to go hit another 700 balls.
You lock yourself out of your office?
Correct.
I dig that, because the office becomes the simulator.
Correct. Yeah.
Every Monday night we record You Bet Your Radio. And Ryan, myself, and Jared are always ready well before Miles. So what do we do when 5:30 rolls around and we're waiting for Miles? We hit the simulator and then we play for a good hour and a half waiting for him. And last night, electric. We found a par 3 course. There's man-made courses all over this thing. So like we can go in and we can design our own course. Joe Blow down the street can design his own course. And it's all because Carl's able to like source stuff from all over. So you don't have to have just one brand of simulator parts. You get parts from all sorts of different brands, whatever fits your space, whatever fits what you want. And it sounds expensive, right? But you can get it for starting just at like $2,300.
Well, you can start one at $800. You can keep upgrading, you can keep adding additions. Like I keep saying, you guys, I was hitting into a fucking net in my garage last year. And that literally did it for me. All I needed to do was have a mat, a net, something to hit into. And now take it a step further. Get yourself a launch monitor. Get yourself a little enclosure. That's all you need. And I know a lot of you out there are looking to just get out of the house, go to the garage, clean the garage up. Honey, I'm going to the garage to clean things up. But actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to go hit 9,000 balls so my fingers fall off. And I'm going to get my 7-iron to have a tight draw 10 yards from right to left.
Call Carl, and your garage is going to be filthy because you're never actually going to be cleaning that shit.
No, you're gonna be like, wow, I need to keep my garage clean at all times because I now have this beautiful simulator in place.
Yep. So go to carlofet.com. Carl, like the name, ofet.com, and check all the enclosures out. If you want 10% off an enclosure or an impact screen, use promo code Double Bogey, capital D, capital B, all one word.
And then put that 10% towards a new driver for fun.
Yeah.
Just for fun, though.
Just for fun.
Not seriously, but just
think
for
about
fun.
Just think about it a little.
Okay. Yeah. carlofet.com. Guys, now's the time to get into simulator golf because by the time you get it and you get it set up, the courses are going to be close to shutting down. Hammer the website now. Check it out. Double Bogey, one word, 10% off. Go get yourself some. Okay. Before we took the break, I mentioned I want to talk about the tip.
Just the tip?
Just
or
the
like
tip.
How much tip?
So I got a golf group chat, obviously, as everyone should. And had a buddy who texted in the group chat after his round on Sunday, and he said, "Guys, I'm just not happy from playing from the tips anymore." And I'll
What?
to preface this thing, this buddy is of essentially the same skill level that I'm at. We're gonna shoot mid to high 80s. We'll go low 80s every once in a while. And he said, "I'm just not happy playing from the tips anymore. So I'm gonna start playing from whites until I can break 80."
Yeah.
And I looked at that text and I'm like, what have I been missing? Why does this make so much sense to me now that someone else said it?
That's the point of whites.
It's the entire point of whites. But my question is, why did I not realize this earlier?
Because pride, man.
All my buddies want to play from tips.
Yeah.
But a lot of my buddies
cool.
are better than me. Playing from tips, number one, is intimidating. And number two is it's probably on average 10 to 15 yards back from the whites. Whites is going to give you a lot better opportunity. It's maybe going to get you a little bit underneath of that tree off the tee box. So I think going forward from now on, I will be playing whites and I won't be playing tips.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that statement. I think that's what you should do.
It's been like a revelation for me the last couple of days. And we had another buddy in the group chat who says, well, I pay for the full course, so I'm playing tips.
Fuck that.
And it's funny because playing from the tips, I've beat this buddy the last 3 times. And he's a 6 handicap. I'm an 11.
You tell him that you should get your money back then because it's not going too well.
Or I should tell him, hey, we're just going to start playing handicaps in these because we play straight up, no strokes given.
Right.
Okay, well, to play it fair, we're just going to play handicap. I'm going to get 3 or 4 strokes on you, and then I'll absolutely wax the floor with you.
Yeah, I think the whites are the correct move. That's exactly what they're there for. They're to ease you into the tips.
And here's the thing. The reds are not even women's tees.
No, they're beginner's tees.
They are beginner's tees. And I think a lot of people getting into the game of golf are intimidated by going out to play with buddies who have been in the game for a while because they want to play tips and they don't want to be like, oh, you guys hit your tee shots and then we'll drive up 75 yards to the reds. There's nothing wrong with playing from the reds.
You do feel like a nuisance when you're the only person playing from a different set of tees.
You do, but everyone has to start at that spot. And if your buddy, let's say you have 3 buddies, they love to golf, but they're missing that 4th for the scramble team. If they want to get you in on that scramble team, they have to cater to your playing level, which could mean playing from the reds.
Yeah, but scrambles, you'll have to play from everybody in the tournament plays from the same tees.
I get that, but outside of scramble tournaments, that's the intro to golf.
Yeah, if you're like scrambling on a weekend just for fun.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, go play reds. When you start feeling confident enough, or when you break a certain score in your mind, go to whites, and then go to golds, and then go to tips. Whatever the layout is.
Would you ever feel guilty though, like playing from reds and then all of a sudden you're on that day and you're playing like you should be from?
No, because everyone has those days. I've been on from the tips.
Yeah.
But should I be playing them? No, I shouldn't.
Yeah. What do you think is the appropriate number to break before you move to the next set of markers?
Well, I think, and this is just my opinion, so I love prefacing stuff with that because then it just eliminates people giving me shit for it. So I think you need to break 100 from the reds.
Okay.
I think you need to break 90 playing from the whites.
Okay.
And I think you need to break 80 to move back to the tips.
What about gold? So I would say 80 for the
gold. And it's all different. Like the course I played last weekend didn't have gold, so it was just 3-tier system. And I think that's going to be different for everybody. I need to break 80 from the whites before I can move back to the tips and feel comfortable.
Yeah, I like those numbers. I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, imagine hitting, like, you hit a good drive from the tips and you're 190 out versus hitting a good drive from the whites and you're 160 out. Different club selection. You have a better opportunity to get a GIR, which we love.
Grr. That's green in regulation, folks.
So
I dropped those this weekend with my dad, GIRs and FIRs, and he's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
What was a DIR?
I don't know.
God, I could have swore I threw that out there this weekend because everything.
You might have just made that up. We were drunk.
No, it was a BIR. It was
Bunker and regulation.
No, it's bev cart and regulation.
Yeah.
So, we hit a lot of bev carts in regulation.
We sure did. We hit every bev cart in regulation.
I feel like the next IR in the golf world needs to be the BIR, the Bev Cart in regulation. How many Bev Cart in regulations did we get last Friday in the Scramble? Probably 8 to 10.
Yeah, BIR directly relates to your BAC.
Jesus Christ, this is good.
Yep.
This is good. I would say a typical number that you want to hit on the course is 4 to 5 BIRs. And when you start hitting BIRs, guys, you start hitting FIRs, and then fucking A, you start hitting GIRs.
And then you start hitting CIRs.
Don't tell me. Don't
You
tell
got
me.
this. You know this
You
one.
start hitting CIRs. You start hitting
Don't think too hard. It's a golf thing.
chips in regulation.
Cups.
Cups.
Fuck. You start hitting FLIRs, FLIRs, flag sticks in regulation.
FLIRs,
FLIR.
isn't it like a thermal imaging
it is.
camera?
We're putting that on a shirt. BIRs, Bev Carts in regulation.
Okay.
All right.
Tell Alan.
So we had a phenomenal BIR
We
last
did.
Friday. 8 to 10 Bev Carts in reg.
Yes. Last weekend, BIRs were flowing, but until Sunday.
And again, I think the BIRs translate, like I just said, translates over to everything.
Well,
FIRs, GIRs,
that was my attempt at a segue.
CIRs. Go on.
BAC was high on Sunday. BIR was not. No Bev cart running. No Bev cart at this course, so that makes sense. But fully stocked coolers. We played in my second favorite format for golf behind the 4-man scramble. My dad and I, 1 year ago, maybe 2 years ago, because I didn't do the tournament last year, we played in a 666 tournament.
Jesus, who's putting this tournament on?
The devil himself, Satan. Lucifer sponsors this tournament. Not quite the charity that we were playing at on Friday. But anyway, so 666 tournament is the first 6 holes are best ball. The next 6 holes are alternating shot. The final 6 holes are scramble with you, and it's just a 2-man team, right? So 2 years ago, and its handicaps are taken into account.
What do you put down for your handicap in these tournaments?
I put down a 19.
Okay.
Which
Good.
I think is because they asked us what our average score was on 9, and I said 45 to 48.
Good. Okay.
Which would put me at a 19 on the low end of that. So I'm probably closer to a 20. But we played in this tournament 2 years ago. My handicap was higher then, and my dad and I win the fucking thing.
Let's go.
We played pretty damn good.
Not to brag.
Fast
Cash
forward,
payout.
cash payout
for first place?
$400.
Good. Okay.
Fast forward 2 years, the second iteration of this tournament, Dad and I team up again. We're like, well, we fucking won it last time. We're better golfers now. Our handicap hasn't improved that much.
Mine as well.
We're good. We're good. We're going to play well today. We sucked so fucking bad. I have never seen 2 guys pretend to golf like that in my life. It was awful.
Why?
I don't know. I have no idea. My dad had the yips worse than you times 4. It was fucking bad.
As much as I want to laugh at him, I can't because I understand what is going through his head right now.
And he was in pain,
And I guarantee you, he is sitting at his house right now on his computer. He's a WFH, work from home. He only wants to go to the range.
Yep.
Because he wants to figure it out.
Yep. Well, so first hole, I hit the best drives of my life. So that's the one silver lining to this tournament is I hit the best drives of my life. So our first 6 holes are best ball holes. And the last time we played this, my dad is a better golfer than me most of the time.
Yep.
We took 5 of his, right? And 1 of mine.
Best balls.
Best balls.
Yep.
It flipped this year. We took 5 of mine and 1 of his. And the 5 of mine were double, bogey. Bogey. And then he doubled, and that was our 6 holes from best ball.
You should call me how it came out.
It wouldn't have mattered. It was too late, and we can only have 2 guys on the team. So we played like absolute dog shit the first 6 holes. But then me, Mr. Positive, I'm like, that's only 33% of the game. We're going to do fucking fine now that it's alternating shot.
Sorry, you know what they need to do here? You need to have a team of 4, Tyler. I couldn't be a bigger team of 4 type of guy.
I know.
And the 666 tournament, each 6 holes is a different format, but you also play with a different player on your 4-man team.
There's a game like that we were going to do for our video. It's called Hollywood.
Oh, fuck. Okay. We'll get to that later.
Almost exactly what you just
We'll get to
described.
that in a different video.
So then we get to alternating shot, and they twisted the rule a little bit this year. I can't remember what they called it, like the Pinehurst model or something. But last time it was just we both hit our drives. We picked our favorite of the drives, and then we alternated from there. For some fucking reason, they decided we hit both our drives. So let's say we're partners, right? You hit a drive, I hit a drive. Then you go hit my drive. I go hit your drive. And then from after that, we consolidate to one ball.
It's almost like a first shot swap.
Kind of, yeah. And then after that, it's true alternating shot. But on a par 3, what if we both go on the green and make a birdie? Then there's almost no alternating shots. We didn't. Don't get me wrong. We didn't do that. So we didn't have to worry about that.
No.
But then we bogeyed the first one on the alternating shot and then proceeded to bogey every single one after that.
No.
So
shit.
we finally got our first par on hole 15.
Oh, no.
Holy shit. And your dad literally plays league here.
Yeah, at the course we were playing. We were playing in Frazee, and he plays league there. He plays there 2 to 3 times a week. And we didn't get a par until hole 15 of this 18-hole tournament.
So tell me this: when he was hitting balls, was he hitting them off the hosel straight? Right?
I don't know where he was. It wasn't true yips like yours, where it was the same shot every time. It was a 4-yard duff, a rocket straight away from his body, one that would go straight up and straight down. It was a bladed chip 40 yards over the green. It was the worst I've ever seen him play, and I didn't play good either, so that just added insult to injury.
Well, I think this is partially your fault for his play. Because you never pitched him the old man golf style.
He didn't need it.
Apparently he did.
Now he does.
You need to pitch him the old man golf style.
He couldn't hit an iron. I was like, just punch the rest of the day. And he didn't, so.
Jason, if you're listening, start punching.
Yep.
Start punching and then work that backswing back a little bit farther, and it's all going to come back to you.
Yeah, well, I'm golfing with him on Friday before my wedding, so we'll see what's going on with him these days.
Me and Miles are golfing Forest Hills on Saturday before your wedding.
I like Forest Hills.
8:50 a.m. tee time.
Nice.
So I maybe come out Friday and golf with you.
If you want to.
No. I keep trying to work my way into these festivities.
I've already.
And you keep telling me yes, which is not what I'm looking for, because I want to keep
Ryan,
prying.
You can't come.
I want to keep prying to get into these festivities. Okay, keep going. Sorry.
So whatever, we get to the end of the tournament and everyone's like, hey, did you guys make a run for it again? And we're like, fuck no, we did super bad. And they start reading off the awards.
Yeah, you know what? It didn't even matter.
And they start reading off awards. They give first place, not us, obviously. Second place, not us. Third place, not us. And so we're getting ready to pack up and leave. And
so what was your score at the end? How do you score that?
It's just regular scoring. I don't remember what it was. It was really far over par though.
+1.
Like I have shot 100 times better on my own than we did as a team.
Okay.
They list off the first 3 prizes. They do longest drive. They do the closest to the pin. And they're like, we got one more for $50. The Ziegler team for having the worst hole of the entire tournament.
Oh, no.
What format was this hole?
This hole was alternating shot. We got a 9 on number 9 as a team. As a twosome, we got a 9. It was
That's
not that hard of a hole.
Yeah, it's really well. Number 9 is the short par 5 with
Crick in the middle.
Yep, the little creek in the middle. Yeah, it was just really fucking bad, man. It was just really bad, and I hit a monster drive on that hole too.
Should have just punched.
We're
gonna do. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it was tough.
And your dad is so against, and I am as well, but for like the participation trophies.
Oh yeah.
So hey, because you guys sucked so bad, we're gonna give you $50 just because.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it was. Literally last place, $50. What'd you buy with that $50? Did you split it up 25, 25?
I just gave it to him because he paid my entry fee. So it's like, you take it, do whatever you want with. He was tuned up. It was like hole 6. He's like, all right, I guess we're just drinking today.
We are going to need an update on the next round, Saturday's round that you play with him. We'll need an update next week on that.
Okay.
I know you'll be gone, but we're going to need an update on how round 2 after the yips goes.
Okay.
Compared to round 1.
Yeah, hopefully he's
Same
back.
course?
Same course. I don't know how this round's going to go because it's most of my groomsmen and
maybe me.
Most of my groomsmen, maybe Ryan and a bunch of family members, right? Ragtag group. We have every level of golfer in this. We have the people that have never touched a club in their entire life. We have the people that play once a year. We've got the people like me who play a lot but aren't that great. We've got some really good people. And then we have like my grandpa, Al. You've never met him, Dad's dad, who
I
is...
have.
Anyway, you met him. Golfed all the time when he was a young man. Hasn't golfed now. Needs a new knee, new hip. One of those guys.
Old man golf.
I don't know how the fuck this is going to shake out. We're obviously going to have to scramble because we can't golf for 4 hours. We got the groom supper right after.
What time you playing?
2:00.
How many guys? 15? Maybe 16?
I think it's 14. Get 14 or 15 guys.
So if I left here at 12:30...
Brian, you can come. Just if you want to go.
I gotta figure out. I gotta take my work schedule into consideration.
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna highly consider it.
Okay. Random group. I might do the rover thing, just because this isn't for like money or anything. It's not my bachelor party.
The rover thing is nice. I've played in two brothers that I lived with in college. They both golfed before their weddings. Actually, the one where I golfed at the wedding, probably the highlight of the wedding. They both did the rover thing. They each played with a group for like 1 or 2 holes. It does make it worth it because everyone's looking forward to getting you on their squad, and they get an extra shot that hole, whatever. So
yeah, so I'm gonna have to like draft teams somehow to try to make this somewhat even. I don't know. It's gonna be very, very interesting. Ben's playing. You saw Ben at Topgolf.
yeah, he's bad.
Pretty bad,
Which is completely fine.
Yeah,
because he's going to have fun anyway.
Great vibes on the course. So
we should introduce him to old man golf.
We should.
So yes, we need to do that because he's taking too far of a backswing. We need to introduce him to old man golf and then work him up from there.
Yeah. So yeah, updates to come on 1, if my dad's yips are still there. 2, how this ragtag group of randos.
Do you want people who are friends golfing together, or do you want it to be even? Because there are going to be people who don't give a shit what their score is.
I am going to do my best to do both, but it's not going to happen. So I'm going to lean more towards the friends than I am.
Yeah, okay.
Than I am even teams.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because there's always like that one friend who can get along with any group that they're in.
Like I'm obviously going to put my dad with his dad.
Yes.
You know?
Yep. Make them fucking battle it out.
Yeah. Well,
they're going to be yelling at each other and shit, I'm sure. Oh,
no.
Okay.
I'm 90% sure Grandpa Al's going to play like 2 holes.
What about Grandpa Dave? Will you be there?
Yep.
Okay, maybe save a 4th spot for his team.
Okay.
Because I've never golfed with him before.
Okay.
So
you don't want to golf against him?
No, I want to golf with him.
Okay.
I think we would have a really good time.
Okay.
I think this is a good point though. If you got a wedding coming up or you're in a wedding, you either need to make this happen or you need to pitch it to the groom. Of golfing before the groom's dinner is it's a great way to start off the wedding weekend. I did it for my wedding. I think we had 12 guys, so we had 3 groups of 4. But no better way to kick off the wedding weekend. Just don't be late for the groom's supper.
Nope.
Because you're gonna have to help set. I was.
Well, here's my argument. What is it called? What did you just say? Don't be late for what?
Groom supper.
I'm the groom. I can show up whenever the fuck I want. It's my supper.
You can't though. You can't though because there's gonna be relatives and shit showing up early, and you need to be there to talk with them.
No, I don't. It's my supper.
Becca's gonna want you to show up.
Yeah,
at a decent time
for the bride's supper. I'll be there on time. But when it's the group supper, I get to do whatever I want. That's all I get. The rest is her day.
See, that's the thing about marriage.
We're not married yet.
But you essentially are. You will be. No, Thursday you get the license and you got to sign off on it. Do you want me to witness?
No.
The sign off?
The best man is supposed to do that.
Okay.
I know you're trying to work your way into golf. You can't weasel your way into best man this close to the
See,
wedding.
this is the response I'm looking for. I'm not looking for it. Yeah, if you want to witness, you can. No problem. That's no fun. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna try and make that happen, and then I'm golfing Saturday morning with Miles. I'm gonna beat him, no problem. I'll give you an update on that next week. This is something I've always wanted to do for a long time. I'm bummed that you're gonna miss it because you're going on your honeymoon. Possible opportunity next week to play in my first Pro-Am.
Yeah.
First PGA Tour Pro-Am.
Canadian PGA in Brainerd.
Canadian PGA Tour in Brainerd, Minnesota. Craigan's. Don't know the course. What course we're playing?
It's right next to Gravel Pit.
Okay, so I'll stop in there. I'll see the boys from the GP. But I have the first op to play in a Pro-Am, which I've always wanted. I see these other YouTubers and people making videos who are playing these Pro-Ams. Like, God, I want to do that. I think that'd be sick. We're gonna try and make that happen. And if we do, I'll give you an update on it. Keep it posted. It might be a really good time. going to be playing with it's three amateurs and 2 pros per team, I believe.
Okay.
So if I play good enough, you might not see me anymore because I might move to Canada.
God damn it.
And I'll tell you what, I'm going to wear this jersey too, John Daly, 69 from Arkansas.
Okay.
I'll keep you posted. I don't want to say anymore because it might not happen, but the offer's out there if I can make it work. Because you're not going to be there, it might hurt my chances because they want both of us, which is perfectly
you can
fine.
have somebody pretend to be me. There's plenty of blonde, not you, Jake. Blonde-haired people out there.
They see the videos.
Yeah,
They know
it's
that
this
you're
blonde-haired guy with a shitty beard. Find one.
Okay, so super exciting. That's all I got. That's all I got on that.
One little tiny thing. Rumors swirling that PGA 2K23 is coming this spring. We don't know for sure. Is it officially announced, Jake?
No, official announcement comes next Monday. So the 22nd is when they're releasing it. But 2K Studios has released a little teaser video yesterday saying, wait for Monday. We've got a big announcement. And they had the little PGA 2K23 with Tiger sinking a putt. So there's been some leaked promotional images. Tiger's on the cover. I'm assuming they're going to bring back all the fun stuff like create a course and play with your buddies and like online tournament.
You know where I'm going to be playing that? I'm going to be playing that in our Carl's Place simulator.
On the sim.
We can literally hook up into the PC. We can put a couch at the front of the simulator. We can play it on the big screen, which would be electric. And then you know what? We're going to be pumped up. We're going to be like, God, I want to play some golf. But it's dark out. It's midnight. We've been playing PGA too long. We're just going to get a quick 18 on the simulator.
Yep.
That's the beautiful thing about it. We've been playing 18 like every night. And I mean, it shows in the Scramble last week, minus 11.
Minus, except for Sunday. Because my dad wasn't on the simulator. That's why he sucked.
Yes. So, guys, get your 4-man Scramble team put together. Make sure you can get at least 1 or 2 in before the end of the year. I tell you, it's going to be worth it. Take a Friday off with your buddies. Have a good time. Live it up. We couldn't be bigger fans of all of you guys doing that. Getting into golf, experienced in golf. Go get into a 4-man Scramble. We absolutely love them. Tyler, congratulations on the wedding weekend.
Thank you.
We're going to recap that on the next episode, essentially. So, guys, episode 98, we're getting closer to triple digits. We're going to figure out something cool to do for that. And as always, we appreciate you guys listening. Makes our jobs a lot easier that we can pull some good numbers to show the boss, essentially.
Oh, yeah.
Because beating him on the golf course is not doing me any favors.
No.
So, we love you all. See you in 99.
Love you.
Peace.
Hell, that's a breakfast ball.